Do you know how... Do you know how I know... Oh, no, stop. Do you know how you know that I haven't been working the day job? Mustache.
These are so
I haven't
strong.
shaved. Today's episode, drink of choice, is the hard jell-o mixed drink made by yours truly. Stay tuned for... It's not that bad. Look. Mess.
That's what she said.
It's delicious. Stay tuned for episode 11. The Keeping Up with the Geek Girls podcast. That's got a kick to it.
I told you so bad.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, Wancho and Vibe. Keeping up with the Geek Bros.
We're back at it again. It's Wednesday afternoon, podcast time, and it's shining sun outside, and drinking yellow shots.
Yellow shots.
Or yellow mixers.
Jell-o.
Yellow. So, what's going on, guys? What's going on? This is Juancho.
This is Vibe.
And we are brought to you by Jell-o Hard Cider. For your heart pleasures.
Jell-o hard cider. Where do you make this stuff up? No. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Episode 11 of Keeping Up with the Geek Bros podcast. What he's talking about is the drink of choice for today. Yours truly made the hard Jell-o mixed shot, frozen. If you're watching us next week, you'll see it. It's bright and red. It's delicious.
And horrible.
It's not horrible. It's not that strong.
It is super strong.
Cheers to those watching us tomorrow, and cheers to those listening to us right now on the podcast. WeBeGeeks.com, WeBeGeeksPC.com, iTunes, and Google Play. And Stitcher? Smudging?
But, correction, we are not live.
I didn't say we're live. I said today, which being today, whatever day you listen.
It does get posted today.
Exactly.
That is right. Sorry, this disgusting thing has me...
It's not disgusting. It has
pinnacle whip. It is very strong.
Remember I told you to eat it so fast, you drunk?
God, man, that's so strong.
It's delicious.
What's going on, Vi? Talk to me. Tell me about your life.
How was your weekend first?
What the heck did I do this weekend again? I have problems of remembering what I do the weekends. Oh yeah, absolutely nothing.
Living that crazy life, man. I'm so proud of you.
Exactly.
Me this weekend, not much either. I was vehicleless. You know how that is when you pay off your car, that all of a sudden, bam, all these problems. I just recently got it back, so I'm mobile now, ladies and gentlemen. So other than that, was just a bunch of editing. I got almost nothing done. But yeah, that was the weekend. Nothing to report.
So Geek Bros and Geek Girls are still in the same place as we left.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah.
You're slacking, bro.
Not slacking. I got things to do. You know, new Kid TV work. You know, and I there's new Kid TV stuff. That's not Geek Bros. Whatever.
Not Geek Bros. That's studio related.
What I can say is that I'm 10 for 10. Every week so far, I have edited and released the recap video for this podcast. So you can't beat that.
Because all you have to do is just drag and play.
I do a little trimming. There's a little trimming involved. I gotta hit render. I gotta change the graphic. It's true. But no, I'm actually working on... then I stopped, and I was working on again. The Geek Bros vs. Geek Girls. It was gonna be a trailer I was gonna release. And then Juancho's voice whispered in my ear, and he said, "Don't do a trailer. Just do the actual episode." So I got the picture for our newest geek girl, Casey. It's a very cute picture, so I rendered that. I rendered the Coming Soon. I rendered the Vibe Studios Wonder Woman logo. All the pieces are in place. I just have to edit it. The only problem is, Juancho, believe it or not, we were too loud. Remember, the mic was right on the table, and we were talking way too loud.
So much anger!
So I'm doing some audio correction because it timed out. Other than that, I'm actually 3/4 of the way done with the spoiler review for Spider-Man review. That should be coming out any day now. I keep saying that, but it will come out any day now. Tate's, I'm still waiting for Juancho and I to film a quick scene with me in my pajamas. Don't ask, you'll see it. Other than that, stay tuned this week. I can guarantee you'll see a picture of Geek Bros.
A picture.
A picture. Well, yeah, look, I do my best. But Juancho, what brings us here today?
We're here to talk about comic books.
The jell-o.
Netflix in comic books?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. We'll keep it. Movie stand-up for this week? Absolutely none. Except that Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
What?
Yes, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Pokemon news, all positive news this week. Video games out this week.
All positive news.
This is a public service announcement. Vibe did not do his homework, so there will be no anime invasion this week.
I do apologize. It's if anybody knows Kid TV stuff, it's Theo Star's 13th. Yes, I have a teenager I'm still in my early 30s, but I have a teenager starting Thursday. So that took precedent over editing and over everything else, and unfortunately I didn't get to the required anime viewing. I will do 2, I think as my penalty,
Yes.
2 next week. So
And the first anime that he will be reviewing next week is called And You Thought There Is Never a Girl Online. I don't know where this anime is going to go, but we'll see. We're going to talk about
it better not be hentai.
condiments. It probably is hentai. What do you know?
Oh no, tentacle.
Nintendo. Is there a future for Is this the future for conventions? We'll get to details on that one. Is Permadeath the future of gaming? Disney gets their own streaming in 2019.
What?
Marvel takes on the deportation.
Huh?
Yes. We'll get to that.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Battlefront II Inferno Squad review.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Deadpool 2, Cable, and Domino Pictures. Harou Nakajima Dies.
What did you say?
Harou Nakajima.
Like Harou from Zelda?
Nah. Harou.
Okay.
Rick and Morty Season 3, Episode 3, Pickle Rick! And Power Rangers review. Yes, it's kind of like an old movie, but yes, we're going to review it.
It's old, but I actually watched it recently, and I can't wait to discuss with you guys. I was actually... what I might think of it might surprise you.
All right.
Well, let's get to it, Juancho. I'm so proud of you, man. New scent.
I love it. Comic book rules news today. The biggest news. So we're gonna explain a little bit more what Netflix is going on with Netflix and Disney. But Netflix has bought Miller's World. Miller's World creators are responsible for Civil War and Secret.
When you say Civil War, you mean are these games?
The comic book.
Oh, okay.
Comic books. And the...
Ooh, Honcho's blanking.
Oof.
It's the hard jell-o mixed drink.
It's a horrible drink. It's making me lose my train of thought.
Read it.
No. I'm not even trying to read it, but besides, either way, let's look at the comic books. It's gonna Kingsman, The Secret Circuit, The Secret Service, and Kick-Ass. So that's actually quite interesting having Netflix, a streaming service or company, by a comic book company.
But why do you think so? Let's be reasonable.
No, and we know why.
You know why.
And we're going to explain. We'll follow up. So guys, continue listening. We'll get to that. So yeah, because I can't jump here into comic books and talk about Disney here. It's gonna be like what? Comic books out this week that Geek Bros approved. Generations, Phoenix and Jean Grey, #1. Star Wars Rogue One, Cassian and K2SO Special #1.
Are you gonna be reading that?
Yes, sir, I will.
Okay, carry on.
And Mr. Miracle, #1. That's for DZ.
DZ? Discovery Zone?
Discovery
I don't know.
Zone.
I'm showing my age.
I love the
Nobody knows.
song back
Nobody knows what DZ is anymore. If you do, shoot me an email, please, because I need to know that I'm not alone.
Discovery Zone, you're not alone. And Vanay too knows about Discovery Zone.
Oh yeah, there you go. What? I have a childhood, baby.
Right on Honda Beach Boulevard.
Oh, that's where it was. Yeah. I know DZ that I knew was back when I was in Brooklyn.
Oh,
it was fantastic.
There was one here in Honda Beach Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward, movies that stand out this week. There's none. I do not condone any movies this weekend.
Condone. He doesn't endorse, support, or disclaimer again.
I don't like any of the movies except for the digital release of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's out. Watch it, learn it, live it, and talk about it. I heard that the scene of the... I haven't watched the movie, by the way, guys. The scene of the...
You haven't seen what?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
You never watched Volume 2?
I'm going to watch it tonight.
You never watched Volume 2?
No. I was waiting for it to come on DVD.
Did we? We didn't do anything for that?
No, we're going to watch it.
Oh my god!
I heard the Ravenger's funeral, when they played Cat Stevens, was the most, like, heartfelt part of the movie.
It was beautiful.
Today I was watching a live stream of Kevin Smith. He actually was crying during that scene.
Really?
And it shows like that type of passion that you have to comic books. Scene, it was really wonderful.
No, but it really was the scene. I mean, that was one of the really special. And it works because if you watch the movie, you'd understand that they built his character. They gave him a new depth where his that scene. It meant so much more, but to not even just the audience, but to Star-Lord.
Music, it's always those scenes, but if you have the right tunes, it can just make the movie and make you bawl like a little baby.
I think, Juancho, we need to watch this together and then do a mini review on the next podcast.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do, guys. Next week, we're gonna have a mini review of it because I cannot believe we didn't do a Geek Bros webisode on it. Really? What happened?
Something happened. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Carry on.
That's the only thing that I say. Moving forward.
Remix.
Pokemon news.
New set.
Oh. And Pokemon news out this week. What's going on? Let's talk about it.
The people won the lawsuit.
Won with it.
They won the lawsuit. Game over, we win.
Shiny Pokemon.
Okay, it's not true.
Wait, what? Shiny Pokemon?
Shiny Pokemon.
So, guess what? Japan has been...
I'm making a mess.
We've seen some shiny Pikachus in Japan.
Okay, how do they look different on Pokemon Go than they do? Because the shiny Pokemon that I remember, they just had a little glitter in the game. Okay. What does it look like in Pokemon Go?
It's a little alternate version of the Pokemon. The color's different.
Does it twinkle?
Magikarp. The Magikarp is orangey.
Okay.
On the Pokemon Go, he's golden.
Okay.
So that's the difference. You can make Pikachu yellow even more.
Well, I mean, they showed us a picture, and here he looks golden. He looks kind of bronze. So it's a tan Pikachu.
So the tan Pikachu.
Oh, see, there's the difference.
There it is.
See, we're looking at right now. The original Pikachu is like a highlighter,
a pale yellow.
Yeah, like a neon highlighter type color. But the shiny one is more bronze, like he got a tan.
And the Raichu is red.
The Raichu is red. Okay.
So
all right,
pretty cool.
Is there anything different besides the color? Stats different, more powerful? It's just a color?
It's special.
So it's cosmetic.
Yeah, cosmetic.
So it's worthless.
He went to...
I'm still not playing Pokemon Go!
And they also revealed the first Pokemon form for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was revealed.
Is that the newest Pokemon game coming out?
Yes.
Is it a sequel to Sun and Moon?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the third form for Lycanroc?
I told you, I don't know any more Pokemon past the first 150.
This is Dust form. It's like a little orangey color. He looks a little bit more angry. It
looks like a grown-up teen angsty version of Eevee. That rebellious side.
He's so rebellious. So yeah, that's it for Pokemon news. Not that much going on other than you guys keep catching your Pokemon. Japan gets a shiny Pokemon.
As of right now, Vibe is still not getting back on board. I only played for like a week back when it was first started. I'm not coming back until something legitimate comes out. I have spoken.
Until he has some to be out. Come here, let me pet you, you Pikachu.
What?
He wants to pet his Pikachu.
Yes, I know that's right. Pika! Okay. Chew! Oh, delicious.
Oh, God, Vibe. I think Vibe needs help, guys. If you guys know anyone that can help me out, that would be great.
I don't need anybody. Everybody else is crazy in the world.
I think he needs help. There. Moving forward. Video games out this week.
Can you guys tell that Juancho loves his new soundboard that he's playing off his laptop?
I know, I do.
Loves it.
Tuesday, August 8th, we had Hellblade Suna's Sacrifice for PC and PS4. Batman: The Enemy Within, Episode 1. That's for Android, iOS, Mac, PC, PS4, Xbox One. Lawbreakers, PC, PS4. Armelio's Deluxe Edition for PS4. Black Hole Complete Edition, PS4, Xbox One. Cat Quest, PC, PS4.
Where's your
Comic
stir?
Crash, The Chroncoid Wars, PS4. Grateful Explosion Machines, PC and PS4. Icy, PC, PS4. Mascara Songs of the Shadow for PS4. Mega Man Legacy Collection Number 2 for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Neon Drives for PS4. Neptune Flux for PSVR. Cine Mora EX for PS4. For Tuesday, August 10th, West of Loathing Linux, Macs, and PC. AC Neon Geo The King of Fighters 2000 for Switch. Eliminate Original for 3DS. Flip Wars for Switch. For Friday, The Escapist 2 Xbox One. So that's a lot of fun right there. So guys, go check up your local store to go get these games if any of those are interested.
And just so you guys know, the Tuesday theory that Juancho pulled out there is still going strong.
It is so
every
strong.
Tuesday, it's the longest list of every time we do this. Well done, well done.
I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
I'm glad.
Are you glad?
Do you know why I'm glad?
Do you want to discuss
This
why
is-
you're so glad?
This drink is so horrible. I can. Feel
It's
it in
not
my
that
throat.
bad, man.
It's so bad.
It's getting stronger at the end. I won't lie. I mean, I kind of
I
gagged.
told
You guys saw it. You saw it on camera.
It's so bad. No, Vibe.
Yes,
I know you like condiments on your food.
I do.
Do you prefer mayo or ketchup?
Ketchup.
Now, this week, this past week, there's been a Splatoon event, Splatoon 2. Mayo versus ketchup. Guess
Okay.
Who won? Who won? Pick, if you were to pick something, who won?
Ketchup one.
Definitely not.
Oh,
won
really?
Splatfest.
Really?
Just-
It's called Splatfest? That sounds so bad.
So Splatoon 2 players were worried that the system's broken. A lot of Splatoon players were very upset that during this time that when they were match up to these players, they will end up playing ketchup versus ketchup players, which will not count for any points for them to win. So a lot of the players were angry and saying that the system is broken. But at the end of the day, Mayo stood up and won.
But if Ketchup was versing Ketchup and it wasn't counting, then maybe that was the issue. Maybe that's the reason why Ketchup lost.
Oh, ketchup
It
just
sounds
sucks.
like
I like Mayo.
it sounds like a conspiracy.
I like Mayo.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a lot of fun, guys. So if you guys participate in the Splatoon 2 Fest, I was watching it on Twitch. Follow.
I didn't even know there was this is the first one or the second one?
This is first. This is Splatoon 2.
Oh no, I mean the fest. This is
This is the first fest, yes.
Interesting.
So I'm pretty sure what kind of other fest you're gonna have.
Listen, gentlemen,
Mustard and Mayo return, or I think Mustard will probably win that one.
Mustard. He's so stupid. Listen, guys, no lawsuits. Okay, this is Vibe speaking. It's just a game. No lawsuits.
It's not necessary for lawsuit, guys. Stop trying to get money.
Okay.
Work. Wait, that's too much.
Is that Rihanna?
Yeah, most
Are
likely.
you?
Staying in the Nintendo topic train. Nintendo World Championships 2017 has returned. New York City, October 7th, 2017, at Manhattan Centers of Grand Ballroom. So Nintendo's championship is back.
Okay, why don't you explain? Because I've never heard of this before. Explain.
I've only heard it once from a Twitcher,
Okay.
the Mexican runner. He has his own streaming, Twitch channel, and I watch it.
His name is the Mexican Runner.
Yes, he's
Shout out to the Mexican Runner.
Shout out to the Mexican runner. No pun intended. Is it no shameless plug?
Okay. Shameless plug. Yeah. Well, no, shameless plug is when we plug our own stuff. Promo plugging is good for that.
So there's gonna be 4 weekends of qualifiers, 8 locations. August 19th to the 20th, you have New York and the San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay.
August 26th and 27th, Chicago and Los Angeles.
Chicago.
September 2nd and 3rd,
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis and Dallas. And September 9th and 10th, Seattle and Miami. So these are exclusively at this Best Buy locations.
Really? And what game are they playing?
The qualifier details are the following. For 12 and younger, this is coming out of the Nintendo, the
NWC.Nintendo.com
so you can
website.
get this information from. The age brackets are following. 12 and younger and 13 and older. Kids of all ages are welcome. If you're 17 and younger, your parents or guardians must be present. The game is going to be Mario Kart 7 for the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. Time trial. You get 2 tries to score the best time. One winner from each bracket will qualify for an invitation to the final event. The 12 and younger will have to play with Mario, the car, standard wheel, super glider, and it's going to be in the Luigi Mansion.
It sounds legit.
13 older, browser, standard car.
Bowser.
He
said browser.
Bowser, standard car, standard wheel, super glider, GBA, Bowser's Castle #1. That's the old school Bowser's Castle. While you're there, you can demo the Super Mario Odyssey, Metroid: Samus Return, and collect Nintendo rewards. So check out your
So the actual event. Hold on, from here. This October, Nintendo fans will put their gaming skills to the ultimate test in an epic battle to win Nintendo World Championships. See, it doesn't.
But basically, the championship is you have to make sure you beat the game at a record time, because you can't really compete. It's beating the record time. Hence, why you have to be the best time in Mario Kart.
I saw that.
So,
if you guys are watching, you'll see what almost happened to Juancho's laptop. You gotta put that on to the side, buddy boy. It sounds interesting. I definitely think I'm gonna get a kid TV thing out of this. Maybe.
If they end up going.
Huh?
If they decide to go.
Yeah, why not?
It's a lot of fun.
It seems like a lot of fun. When are they gonna do it for the adults?
In Miami, no, just kidding.
No adults, no for adults.
Miami, they're gonna here for South Florida. Those who are in Miami who are listening are going to be on the Best Buy in Hialeah at 4001 West 20th Avenue, Hialeah, Florida 33012. September 9th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and September 10th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Sounds good. For more information, you can call it 305-819-0722.
That's the store, Best Buy.
Hope to see you guys out there. I definitely will be out there with my offspring. I think it's going to be fun. Juancho, I'm sure, is going to tag along because Juancho hates comic books.
So I'm excited for World Championship. I'm glad it's back.
It sounds good. I've never heard of it before, but it's excellent.
As we continue on the gaming train, Permadeath. Vibe, what do you think about Permadeath?
I have never heard of it. So why don't you explain to me what that is?
Permanent death in a video game.
Okay. Now, what kind of video games are we talking about? The first-person shooter games?
Third person, first person, any video games that include permadeath. Right now I'm playing a game called RimWorld. Okay. It's about a colony base game that you're a survivalist colonist and you want to rebuild your colony while the AI or the system tries to make it worse for you, like either throw some weather at you or throw some pirates or throw some invaders and try to make things hell for you.
So this is like a first-person shooter SimCity game?
It's a simulator game. It's a simulator, and you have no control of the other little people, but you do have control of telling them how to build things or build them. And if they die because either you go mentally psycho, they get killed, they can bring back, and that's it. Once all your characters die, you're done.
So no respawning.
No respawning. That's what permadeath is. Now, I love permadeath because it's a way of challenging yourself to have a little bit more fun in the game and getting more into it. There's a new game that we actually came out this Tuesday called Hellblade's Suna's Sacrifice. After X amount of times of dying, the game will then stop saving and you'll have to start all over again. So let's say you got all the way to the end and you just can't beat the last boss. Everything that you've accomplished will then be deleted and you have to start all over again.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I don't play games that often anymore, but thinking about that sounds aggravating.
I don't know if you ever got to play Dark Souls.
Nope.
That game is brutal.
Okay.
And once you die, you die.
And that's it. There's no autosave. There's no nothing. So, why do you believe this is the future of games? Is this something new that they're rolling out with? Are the gamers claiming this?
I'm noticing a lot more of games with these permadeath abilities to turn them on, turn them off. This particular game, Hellblade, is a game that you don't turn it off. You cannot have the ability to turn it off. It's stuck there.
So what is the incentive for players to want to play that game?
Challenge yourself.
Okay.
There's a new theory out there that say video games are damaging to you. Yet there was an article years before saying that.
Hold that thought. I mean, that's been a thing where they've been saying that video games promote violence. Now, when you say damaging, I mean, then they also said that the colors hurt your eyes.
We're not going to get to that today.
Right.
We will get to it next week. I do have a complete open mic. It's probably gonna take a good while. We're gonna
Okay.
have an open mic about video games and the damages that it does to your brain. But I'll stand on the side saying that actually, video games have made, for example, my motor skills and my mechanical skills are much more enhanced because of it. Being able to see a lot of shapes at one time, being able to distinguish them faster. If someone's shooting at you, you already know how to react. So your reaction picks up faster, and I've noticed it. No, I'm just me.
I just tested his reaction. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He was dead-eyed to me. You guys gotta watch this next week. Fine motor skills, my butt.
I want to punch you so bad with this horrible drink, by the way.
It's not horrible. Listen, guys.
This podcast again has been brought to you by horrible yellow shots.
It's
for
not,
your heart pleasure.
1, it's not yellow. 2, it's jell-o. Second, it's a frozen jell-o mixed raspberry with 2 ounces. 2 cups.
2 ounces?
Sorry, 2 cups.
No wonder. 2 cups?
Because that's the way it is.
Crap.
It's 2 cups. It's 2 cups of boiling water, and usually 2 cups of cold water. In this mix, it's 2 cups of boiling water to dissolve the jell-o, and 2 cups of Pinnacle whipped cream vodka.
Correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. Isn't sugar enhance the alcohol?
Probably.
Holy crap! This is horrible, bro.
It's not horrible.
I feel
it's
like
really
my
good.
liver is dying, and I'm getting diabetes.
And yet, if you guys, again, watching next week, you'll see that I've been eating this entire time, and his is
called courtesy
already down.
You just don't. You want to drink it because of courtesy. You just don't want to make sure. You know what I mean.
Courtesy is half. You're down to the last quarter. And you ate it all before we even started the podcast.
It's so bad.
Okay, we started the podcast with him at halfway done. It's because he's talking so much now that he's not eating it now. Shoot.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
The jell-o hard frozen drink brought to you in part by Tipsy Bartender Instagram. Promotion.
No.
Send us free stuff.
We're talking about Nintendo World Championships and Permadeath.
So much of Nintendo.
Minecon.
Again, more?
Hold on.
More events?
No, yes. But guess what? This year there will be no Minecon. It's going to be Minecon Earth. There will be no convention this year. After 7 years, this is coming out of Polygon.com.
Okay, first, explain the convention part. I've never heard this before.
Okay.
Before you explain...
Okay, I'm going to get to it, bro.
I'm sorry, but
calm it down, man.
I'm sorry.
Drink your cider and calm it down.
My cider.
Minecon is a convention for Minecrafters. There's the explanation.
Thank you. Carry on.
So, this is coming out of Polygon. After 7 years in 6 different locations, Minecon is being ditched in favor of a 90-minute online show. The show is going to be called Minecon Earth. It's November 18th and will be free for everyone to view. Minecon had staged 6 expos over the past 7 years. 2014 was cancelled in the cities from Las Vegas to London. That being said, those goodie bags that you get when you get there, well, this time they're going to be selling them online. Now, Vibe, we've gone to several conventions throughout our time.
Yes, we have.
And, by the way, happy 3-year anniversaries of friendship.
It
is?
is?
We usually got friends right before, couple months before Vanessa. So, yeah, you know how I mean.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have 2 anniversaries?
Yeah.
Friendship and Geek Bros?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Happy 3-year anniversary!
Yeah. So, talking about the Minecons, do you think this is the way that conventions is? I know BlizzCon has online services, but there's actually a convention.
So you're asking me if the merits of ditching the convention for an online adventure?
But it's only 90 minutes. Now, the companies behind the convention, I know I'm pretty sure they're going to be saving tons of money.
Of course.
In throwing a 90-minute online show. But is this a insult to the community? To giving them only 90 minutes? Instead of a 3-day event online?
I think that, I agree it should have been longer. 90 minutes, I mean, are they... I would think they're giving a sign to the community
saying...
saying...
Did you just burp and talk at the same time?
I did not burp. I kind of had like a little stutter that came out, and I don't know what that was just now. Don't judge me! I think it's potentially an insult to the community, because, simply put, you're basically telling them you're not important enough to represent at a location. Furthermore,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly. And listen, I have to say he's the first one he used this time, so I'm not gonna say anything. But I think personally it's an insult to the community because you're basically saying not only are you not important to represent at a convention, at a location where you can do whatever, but we're still gonna appease you. We're gonna titillate you with an hour and a half of whatever. And buy the goodie bags.
And here's the thing: the past 3 Minecons, all tickets. This is all coming out from the article. The past 3 Minecons, also tickets costing more than $100 and usually sold out quickly. Attendance,
so there is a
attendance at the past 3 Minecons was 7,500, 10,000, and 12,000 respectively. Minecons had featured discussion panels, interactive exhibits, and exposed floors. The last one was held in Anaheim, California. Minecons were also known for their costume contest, which winners declare at the keynote event. That will continue even with the online format.
So it was a typical convention.
How can you do a costume contest with an online format? What, they're just gonna drive there for the costume and you're gonna send them home? Give me a break, guys. If you're gonna do a convention, just do it right. We're not gonna be doing an online 90-minute show.
But here's the thing. This is what bothers me the most is that you basically my follow-up questions were gonna be: is there a demand? Have they been selling well?
Minecraft?
And obviously,
you have Teal Star enjoy Fire.
They have their own Minecraft adventure show. I do know that on TV.
And they play Minecraft all the time.
So then, in your opinion, what are they doing?
I have no idea what's behind this. I don't have the news, all the details. I think more details will come as the story keeps progressing. But I think this is a mistake.
Absolutely.
Minecraft should definitely just still been a convention. Should have not been a 90-minute show. It's a mockery to the community. It's a disgrace to the game.
Damn.
This is horrible.
Tell me how you really feel.
That's how I feel. You know
wow.
What? You know
I was trying to be generous.
You know what? Ain't nobody got time for that. Exactly. 90 minutes, ain't got time for that.
Wow. Well, I mean, let's look at it this way. Do you think maybe it's a response to the Pokemon Go glitch and what was the last one we discussed glitch that they had? The SPLATOON glitch. Do you think maybe they are trying to avoid any fallout and they kind of got scared away after those 2 events kind of messed up a little bit?
I don't think so. I don't think Niantic had to do anything with
No, of course not. But I'm saying like, some people change things up, in response to certain situations, and the Pokemon Go thing was a huge disaster to the point where somebody is trying to do a lawsuit on them. Then of course you have the Splatoon, which kind of messed up a little bit as well. Do you think that maybe this decision was in response to these issues? Because Minecraft is a game. There has to be online content. There has to be.
Oh, and they do it. They have multiple servers and beautiful people playing. Spend tons of hours making these beautiful sculptures.
Exactly. So, do you believe maybe this was a reaction or a response to the failures of other companies? I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm trying to help you guys out. So. It's unfortunate. I'm disappointed in it. I never even heard about it, and it's already gone. So
yeah. So that's very disappointing, and I hope that they get their act together. Hopefully they'll hear us and they say that they'll try to do something, but I'm not happy about giving them 90 minutes. That's not very nice. And
this is the disappointments keep rolling around as Juancho loaded up our open discussion with negative news.
So I remember this year, early this year vibe, that Disney came up with the right, or the Netflix obtained the rights to play only the Disney movies maybe a couple months after they were released.
Absolutely. Civil War, Rogue One, Star Wars.
So Disney company will be pulling all their movies by 2019 and will open their own streaming services.
What? They only just signed their Netflix deal. This is very recent.
It's only a 3-year deal. I have no idea. But here's the thing.
Okay.
ESPN is owned by Disney.
Okay.
ESPN is going to have their own streaming services as well now.
Okay.
My question is this going to have an effect on the network? The cable providers already having a horrible effect with the streaming services, and they're trying to join them. Hence, Netflix, a lot of 2 of the major companies, I don't remember who they were, are trying to merge with Netflix to try to save the numbers.
Right.
What is this going to do for Netflix itself? Is this why Netflix is trying to go after comic book companies to try to get their rights to make their own, so they can make their own movies?
Yeah, potentially. I think Netflix is going the route of more original content.
Netflix come up with so much original content, but it's not really original. Saint Seiya, the Knights of the Gladiators that we talked the other day, Castlevania.
I just finished binge watching Wet Hot American Summer, the prequel and the sequel to the cult movie. That was actually really funny. So they are
Netflix will always stand good.
Well, no. See, the thing is though is that Netflix has been rolling out original movies and original content a lot lately because they, you know, what my phrase is, when you see the train coming, start running. So they're trying to get ahead of the train because, all right, Star Trek, the new Star Trek's coming out. That's coming out exclusively on a streaming service. See, so because a lot of people are ditching the cable. They're ditching cable, and they're just subscribing to different little pockets here and there.
This information is coming from the Los Angeles Times article.
Well,
it says here
what he's saying. But I'm saying...
I'm going to do something here before you continue.
How dare you?
The Disney brand film and TV offering set to debut on 2019 will include original content developed by Walt Disney World. The move comes at times of growing unease in Hollywood about rising glut of Netflix, which has siphoned viewers from linear television, changed customer habits. So, which very
exactly. That's what I was just trying to get into.
Some established media companies have already taken an aggressive approach, launching their own streaming services like HBO, CBS, Showtime, Starz, even the Tennis Channel. Each has its own digital channel offered directly to consumers. At the same time, streamers such as Amazon.com are looking to get deeper into the live television business and have been on the hunt for sports rights. You know, ESPN, CBS, Fox own the heavy sports.
Right. Heavy sports.
ESPN hasn't been doing good in the sports area for a while, and hence why you see Fox Sports 1, CBS, a lot of the college games used to be strictly on ESPN and ABC, hence because Disney. Now you see them on Fox, you see them on CBS, so the market's changing. The market for television is changing. The market for streaming is changing. Yes, we've been used to it for a couple of years because of it. As we grow and the society keeps learning how to evolve with it, the way that we see TV and the way that we see streaming is going to change.
Well, I mean, it not is going to change. It is changing already because the consumer base is they're looking at it. Look, I've been telling you this for months now because I'm kind of hesitant, but I've been saying forever I want to unplug from cable. I said I do more Hulu. I do more Netflix. The my offspring, they watch YouTube nonstop. YouTube now has TV and YouTube Red. The fact of the matter is, people are more waking up now realizing I don't need 600 channels if I only watch 12. So let me just pay a couple of bucks a month. You know, even if it's $10 per channel, it's still cheaper a month than a $200 bill for all these channels that you never watch.
With all these streaming services, it's going to put a burden on the internet prices. Why? In South Florida, I don't know if you're part of that vibe. Before I ended up getting Xfinity in my household, we had only Xfinity internet. They capped me at 300 gigabytes a month.
I've heard about that.
I was going over those gigabytes every single month until I got their TV.
You should be ashamed of
yourself. But hold on, I got the TV. But when you have an Xbox, it constantly runs on the internet. You can't turn, even though you turn it off, it's still constantly running on the internet.
Unplug your...
I'm not going to unplug it. Leave it alone.
I'm not going to unplug it.
I got the TV subscribed. The TV, they brought it up from 3 gigabytes to 1 terabyte.
Because that's their way of getting you to subscribe. But now, it costs more money.
Yes, exactly. Streaming videos, even though they were a good idea, internet-wise and TV-wise, is going to hurt us. And it's going to affect us somehow or another.
Is that a statement or a question?
That is a statement.
I agree. I totally agree. Because it's going to give the internet providers... Once we unplug and they know that their entertainment comes exclusively through their thing, they're going to raise prices. They're going to cap certain things. They're going to make buku money. I totally agree that as much as it's going to save in the beginning, these network providers are going to capitalize on this, much like how data on cell phones. You know, now all of a sudden now the unlimited is back. Remember, unlimited was here originally. Yeah. They weren't making any money. They all slowly and quietly phased out their unlimited plans
now
to capitalize, but now they're back because consumers said something.
The only company they actually stayed with their unlimited plans was Sprint.
Did they?
Yes.
Interesting.
So it did.
I think the entertainment genre and the dynamic of consumers versus their providers is going to change. It was pioneered by Netflix. And unfortunately, I believe, I don't know how you feel, Netflix and maybe Hulu is going to go the way of Blockbuster.
Correct.
Eventually. Because the industry changes. And if Netflix doesn't start focusing more on original content, giving us an exclusive reason why we want to go to Netflix. And don't get me wrong, the original content is awesome. Like I said, I just finished been watching Wet Hot American Summer, the prequel and the sequel. And it was awesome. I looked at it. I was like, wait a minute. And guess what? It even drove me to search the original cult movie, Wet Hot American Summer, just so I could bridge the gap. And I watched that on demand on Xfinity. But, so we're hoping, that Netflix does see the train coming and that they are running to, to change, because that's it. Soon, a couple of years, maybe when my offspring and then when Honcho's future offspring are in their 30s, there's gonna be no cable.
Definitely
no
not.
cable. There's gonna be smart
services.
There's gonna be smart TV, and you're gonna have different apps as your channels, and that's gonna be the future. So that's very, very, very. That's a no-brainer. That's gonna happen. Okay.
Yep, so
okay. We love you, Blockbuster. We're gonna find you and do a special on you somewhere. Was it Tampa? You said?
I have no idea. Fort Myers.
Did you see that thing where the Blockbuster Twitter said, please stop sending us pictures of closed Blockbusters. It's like us sending you pictures of dead grandparents.
Savages.
That is savage.
Moving forward,
That's a horrible transition, Juancho.
No, it's not.
What's the next topic? Where are we?
Marvel takes on deportation.
Okay, so let's hope that we don't deport Netflix. I tried.
All right, so
we're still working on it, guys.
Yes, definitely.
Comic
books. As comic books are created, video games are created, movies are created. They are a image of what is happening in the real world. It's always happened throughout comic books during World War II, any type of wars, any type of natural disasters. There's always comic books that, video games and movies that reflect those events. Right, Vibe?
Agreed.
Now, one of the hot topics in the United States here is on immigration. The new issue of X-Men Gold number 9 launches a new story arc titled Kitty Goes to Washington. This is coming out from Polygon.com.
Kitty Pride?
Yes.
Okay.
As the title makes unclear, Korean X-Men leader Kitty Pryde has been summoned to the U.S. Capitol where...
Hold on, did you say that Kitty Pryde is the X-Men leader?
X-Men leader, yes.
Where am I?
It's comic books.
What happened to Cyclops?
You don't watch comic books.
I don't watch...
You don't read comic books.
That's true. Very true.
Has been summoned to the U.S. Capitol where a congressional subcommittee is holding hearings regarding a controversial proposal. That's how come Mutant Deportation Act is self-explanatory, as you've guessed it. So yeah.
My Snapchat froze.
What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, is this the Sokovia Accords amendment to it? That's supposed to be Press that. Nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
See, I'm embracing it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm embracing it.
So
womp womp.
Vibe. I know we've talked about feminism here. I know we've wondered, like, is this a geek podcast? But we've talked about feminism here. Feminism. Hold on. We've talked about Black Lives Matters. We talked about immigration. Now to the immigration.
We did all this on a podcast.
We've had so much, yeah.
Some of it.
11 episodes. We have to talk something about this.
Okay.
Luke Cage.
Star
Wars.
Cage.
So, how do you feel of comic books? But now they're not talking about immigration as minorities or anything like that. They're talking about mutants here.
Well, hold on now. It's always been like that. The mutants in Marvel have always been an allegory for disenfranchised populace, whether it be women, minorities. So they're just doing what they usually do. They're taking a social status or a social issue and putting it on the X-Men as that. So
this is spoiler. I'm gonna read you a summary, a part of the comic book. This is coming from Polygon, which I actually like. This is one of the senators saying, "This isn't about labels. It's about safety. You cannot deny that the vast majority of mutants are walking weapons, and the United States has borne a disproportional responsibility for dealing with them. You're saying it comes down to money and safety? This is clearly what's going on in Washington right now. It's really wonderful to see comic books
tackling
these events.
Exactly.
When people are scared to either say anything or talk about it, and bring a twist to it to educate society.
I don't know if they're educating it or if they're bringing to light the social issues that are going on, and they're masking it with the guise of
superheroes.
Well, superheroes, but it's very good, to use a medium to get the younger audiences, to get people to start thinking in a different light without having to be too political. So how we had to make that disclaimer the last episode, in this there's no real disclaimer because they're using the current social environment and throwing it in there to spark the mind.
Didn't Captain America Civil War
Civil
War II deal with it, showing the Nazis and how he was kicking butt. It's comic books will always be, and this is what I mean is wonderful and beautiful. Once my children's children read these comic books, once I take good care of them, if hopefully they make them by that time, they read these comic books and they see them and they're look at this, they know that this was what's happening during my life and taken in a different way.
Well, it's very true because I believe that comic books, if you were to read the different ages of comic books, you can actually
see the transition of society. It is beautiful.
You can actually go back in time and see the social climate of every era as it's represented in both the movies, but in comics too, because comics have a little bit more freedom than I believe the visual medium.
So
when it comes to motion pictures, there's more. But yes, I totally agree, and it's a fantastic medium to address and to show our progression as a society.
Exactly, it's using the language of what's going on. It's not using the same content. It's using the language.
Finding the inspiration in the social climate, in what's going on today, to help engage, entertain, and inform the audience, whether it be younger kids to older, craggly guys that love this stuff too.
And it says here on one of the articles here, it says here, because of the consors, Kitty and fellow X-Men Colossus saved the day, but not before taking time for a dramatic pose. After saving the jerk congressman lives using the power of a literal American flag, Kitty assumes he will drop the Mutation Deportation Act, and everyone can go happy. Not so fast though. In a cliffhanger for that issue, it revealed that those in favor of the Mutant Deportation Act have enough voice to send the bill to Senate. Meanwhile, some mysterious bad guy in Russia have resurrected the longtime X-Men bad guy Omega Red. What a name! It's like Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
You've never heard of Omega Red?
No.
Omega Red, he has these these tentacles that come out.
No, here's the thing. We're talking now from immigration, and look where this book is going.
Right.
The book promises a trip to Russia next issue. We can only imagine how that will tie to the current events. Freaking Marvel does it again. How wonderful! You're going to go from immigration to the whole Russia scandal going on in Washington to talking about and bringing it up in the comic books.
And you're using. And see, resurrected. It says the mysterious bad guys of Russia have resurrected X-Men's bad Omega Red. You've never heard of Omega Red?
No.
Did you ever watch? Do you even X-Men, bro? I'm sorry. Did you ever watch the original? There you go. Did you never watch the original cartoon?
No.
Omega Red is like.
I remember. I do, but I don't remember.
It's like. He's like another Sabretooth. Sabretooth is like the arch enemy of Wolverine. Yeah. Omega Red also was like a big bad guy for Wolverine. He had like whips that came out of his thing. He was like a really interesting guy. So Omega Red, believe it or not, that's really good. And you see, going back in the treasure trove, find these characters. And he was Russian. He had the Das Vidanya.
I can't wait to
accent.
see the storyline. It will be released on August 23rd, guys. So check your local bookstores.
Will you be checking it out?
I definitely am interested.
Okay.
I love reading comic books.
So then can we make a segment where we review this?
Oh, definitely. We will definitely review this.
I mean, you already have me picking up like 18 comic books for you every time anyway. So might as well add this to the list.
You didn't do it last week because you were carless too soon.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had to read them digitally. Buy them digitally too.
Did you?
Also.
I need to I need to look that up. I'm behind actually. As we speak, I've got 5 comic books in my room that Juancho gave me that I haven't read yet. So because you know.
So I'm reading the comments, and these are all like some of them are negative. I'm not gonna
From
sit there.
Polygon.com/comics
like
/ 2017.
We're not endorsing anything here. We're just saying that it's fun seeing an entertainment outlet pick up real life issues and taking their own twist on it. So keep up the good work for everyone who does that. And yeah, moving there as entertainment outlets. Audible, Black. It's a black belt. Battlefront 2 Inferno Squad review. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh my gosh, that was. I just finished it, ladies and gentlemen. I finished it 2 days ago, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I mean, I'm just gonna drop it. Huh? Was there? I don't think I heard that. No, I didn't hear it either.
There was a lot of this when the Death Star blew up.
You know what? Too soon. Too soon. Wancho, I mean, I already said I loved it. What did you think?
I freaking love the book. I love the way that the book fit in through the
canon.
Yes. Things that I learned in the book was you had to see a difference. I know we talked about it last week with Darflex here. We take a different side of the Empire.
I think
through the eyes of a pilot.
Exactly, through the team. And it's funny this. I believe Inferno Squad was the answer, the Empire's answer to Rebel Rising.
Yes.
Because Rebel Rising, if anybody's the Rebel Rising, it was about Jyn Erso and how she rose through the partisans of Saw Gerrera. And this literally was like, it's not a direct comparison, but it's further down the line in the canon. But it's like a direct answer. And you know what I like? What's going on? You know what I like most about Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm? Is that they're giving us more of the Imperial side. The original trilogy was
Sith for life.
Exactly. The original the Ridge Tridge was just rebels. They're so great, and Empire is bad. And you never really thought that, you know, not everybody in the Empire is evil. Some of them actually believe it. Some of them actually believe it's for order. Some of them actually justify, just like the rebels did, the things that they did to, you know, in their cause. There are heroes on both sides.
Except when you now take it. We're talking about the Empire. We're not talking about the First Order. I believe the First Order takes it to a completely different level of craziness.
Well, at this point, we still in the new trilogy, they're going back to the original idea. Resistance good, First Order bad. But I'm telling you, as this trilogy goes through, they're gonna give us more sides of it.
I don't think that there will be any.
There'll
probably be an anti-hero.
Because hold on now, because remember, Inferno Squad is in Battlefront 2,
bro,
and she says how she's been waiting 30 years for this.
Do you even Death Star, bro? The Death Star blew up one planet.
Do you even rebel, bro? I rebel.
Starkiller Blaze blew up 4 planets.
For the greater good.
For greater good, they were just chilling in the planets.
Hold on now, but they said it was because it's for order. They wanted order, and they believed that the Resistance was bad,
got your order
and that the New
here.
Republic is corrupt. So I'm just saying that I like off the bat. That Inferno Squad, just like Lost Stars, which reminded me of Lost Stars, it gave you the insight into the Empire.
You didn't get to pick up the book. We got it Audible. In the book, there was little posters of propaganda. We got to see the first time of actually the Empire propaganda.
Right.
Aiden's mother, Sehai Versio was known. Sehai Versio was known for creating such posters. So that's awesome seeing, you know, the rebel sides creating their own propaganda, getting the stuff together, you know.
But I mean, okay, so the Empire had propaganda, but the rebels had tags. Did they graffiti tags?
Yeah.
So the Phoenix.
I love the way that they kept the attack of Jeddah.
Did you say? Were you gonna say? Were you gonna say?
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not gonna say it on it, but I thought he said something different.
Of Jeddah as an accident, and kept it in secret even between their own ranks.
Well, they did say that though in Rogue One that there was gonna be a mine accident, that there was no Death Star test there. So I like that they continued that. A lot, and that they did make it a secret and kept it secret because
and then you had
compartmentalization.
I didn't say I know what it was. It was the Death Star, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it was chapter 3 or chapter 4. So much spoilers.
so much Empire.
Luke survives. Luke survives. Is still fighting under the Snowdonian, the Mentor.
Yes.
So that was awesome.
He's a character from
Rebels.
From Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
He's standing the side of the sister Saw Gerrera.
Right. He was in those episodes.
So we know that he's alive.
And Underground, he's alive, and he's considered the mentor. And that was a big surprise reveal. I like that they're going back to these characters and bringing them and transitioning them. I really liked that they basically made it very clear that with the death of Saw Gerrera, not all his people were on Jeddah, and that they created new partisans called the Dreamers. And they were just as brutal and even worse than Saw Gerrera as to his response, to the point where they wanted to even kill children to get their point across. I mean, you know what did bother me a lot, though, is they consistently said Saw Gerrera, Saw Gerrera, Saw Gerrera. That's the only thing that took me out of it. I understand these partisans are from Saw Gerrera. Do we have to mention Saw Gerrera in every chapter, though? That's what was bugging me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I like how the mentor had a subtle nod to Jin. Didn't say her name. Yep. Just said, you remind me of this girl. She was close to Saw. But we knew who it was. It was subtle, and he never brought her up again. But I find that it was just unnecessary to keep saying Saw Gerrera. As if Saw Gerrera was a breakout character in Rogue One. He wasn't. Lies. Deception. More lies. So, no. It was unnecessary. But, my God, was that book great.
It was really good.
Okay, when it came to just giving us a side and telling you why certain people are so loyal to the Empire, even when they know they're doing wrong. So, let's break it down. This is about the bringing together of the Inferno Squad. This is the characters that are going to be in Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2, which I'm playing.
Which is going to be amazing. I can't wait to play that. They have a campaign mode in it. And basically, the main protagonist, which is a female character, her father, pilot, she survives the Death Star. She's one of the few that survived the Death Star, and she's brought by her father, who gets promoted to Admiral, with a couple other characters, 4 total, to be Inferno Squad, and they're gonna do the dirties of the dirty. This is the Empire's response to how they felt arrogant and got caught off guard by a simple ragtag group that blew up the Death Star. This is in reaction to the Death Star. They created the Inferno Squad because of what happened with the Death Star, and they never wanted to be caught off guard again. They never wanted to be taken down. They even mentioned the Battle of Scarif and how that caught them off guard, because in the end it was a major rebel victory with limited people. So they created their own limited squad, and they did different things, different tactics and different espionage.
It's a different side of the Empire that I like
Correct.
to see.
The main crux of the story is they wanted these 4 to infiltrate what's left of Saw Gerrera's partisans, the Dreamers, and they get close, and you see that even though they know what their mission is and they know that they're going to have to do dirty things, they have to pretend really well that they're partisans, which is different from rebels because they're more vicious. They had a crisis of conscience many times. Not even with what they had to do as undercover, but the fact is that they got kind of close. Each one of the 4 characters got close to somebody else in it, and it cost one of them their lives. Okay, spoiler alert. And that was major when it came to showing that even though it humanized the Empire, because remember, these are the best of the best, and it humanized the Empire, and you really thought that maybe one or all might actually turn against the other team and really, really fall for, these people and be with them and change. And if it wasn't for, and that's the sad part about, showing so many different things into the future, if it wasn't for Battlefront 2, which is what took away from me, I would have thought, and I would have been on the edge of my seat to see who would have turned against who would have, really joined the rebels. Yep. The fact of the matter is, unfortunately, because these characters are in Battlefront, you know that they're going to make it through. That's the only thing that I regret about this book.
Now, what part of the... Now, I know they're going to make it through, but will they die?
What, in Battlefront?
Yes.
Well, that's different.
We'll have to wait and see.
Because that's the thing, though, which is a major concern when it comes to, like, Marvel and other... When you announce all your movies into the future and who's going to be in it, then the movies that come before, it loses luster. So, Civil War, you knew that all these characters were going to be in Infinity War, so you knew nobody was going to die. Yeah. So it took away from it. Same concept when it came to this movie, because this book, because you knew that the characters, or at least most of the characters, were going to be in a video game set in the future. You knew they were going to make it through. The question was how they were going to make it through. Sure. How did you like the ending? They succeeded. They took out the partisans. I think that's the end of Saw Gerrera's group. They're all gone. They lost one of their members. How do you like the ending?
I liked it. It was good. I want to continue. I want to see more.
I would like a continuation too. It kind of just ended like, okay, and to our team, on to the next mission. That's kind of how it ended, and it's true. I'd love a sequel to that. It was fantastic. I absolutely recommend.
I think
this
the
book.
sequel is probably going to be the game.
No, I don't think so because the game picks up after the explosion of the second Death Star.
Those are cutscenes.
True, but
so what are we? We're gonna see a different mission.
You
now.
think so? I
think
it's gonna end.
I don't think they're gonna just bring a book and not make money off a sequel. I think the sequel is going to be the game. That's
I don't know. I think the cutscene they showed us,
or
where are
we actually going to be playing those missions that they played? That would be great too as well. I wouldn't mind playing that.
I would absolutely love it. But then the missions that we played, they weren't really doing. Exactly. So I recommend this book. I give it a completely 5 out of 5 stars.
4.5.
Why?
Because
what?
You give it a 5.
Juancho hates comic books. Juancho hates audiobooks. No, guys, I give it a 5 out of 5 because it was. If anybody liked Lost Stars, and I loved Lost Stars, okay, you're gonna love this book. It's amazing. It's like, man, I don't know. I can't praise it enough. I couldn't stop listening to it. It was an amazing book, and I love that they're getting into the Empire. I want more books like this. I want to get into the Sith.
Phasma.
Huh?
Coming up soon.
I can't wait for Phasma. I want to see that too, as long as they get into the inner workings. I want to know what makes the bad guys tick.
Just tell them how the Sith works.
Because what makes a good bad guy? A compelling
Your lack of faith.
A compelling character that's trying to justify their actions. I'm not bad twirling my mustache because I'm evil. I'm doing it because this is what happened to me. That's what made Magneto a compelling character, because he suffered a big tragedy and it informed who he was and what he didn't want to see again.
Magneto suffered a whole bunch of tragedy throughout his life, being a prisoner of the Nazis.
Exactly, watching his family die. Yes, being
they're poor guys.
But as I'm saying, that's what makes
a good human heart and realizes that crap. I know, even though I'm pissed out of the world,
right?
I still have some type of.
Hence, what makes him a compelling character, and I think that by humanizing.
Vader?
Yeah, they humanized Vader in the prequels. It's just that
on the comic books, they're not humanizing. They're making him ruthless.
True.
I love seeing Vader like this.
Because what they're doing is damage control. They're trying to bring back the ruthlessness because they say the prequels made him a wimpy kind of guy. They kind of humanized him. They tried to show that he was a tragic protagonist.
He was
a tragic hero. But yeah, but they could have done it better. But I get what you're trying to say. I don't feel like it gave the depth that we needed, because it's like night and day. It's like he was this way and then something happened. He's like, okay, now I'm bad. They didn't give any transition. They didn't give any real oomph to it. You know what you're trying to say? Like, okay, let's say Saw Gerrera. Saw Gerrera wasn't that crazy, but when Steela died, you saw his progression, whether it be through the Clone Wars, and you saw him again in Rebels. So when you saw this whack job in Rogue One, you knew what brought him there for the most part. He suffered something that kind of just messed with him, made him more and more and more. Not sympathetic necessarily, but it explained why he was so paranoid. The prequels did not humanize Vader the way I think George Lucas wanted it to be, but I understand what you're trying to say. But what I'm trying to say, long story short, I'm kind of rambling now, I like that they're humanizing the Empire. I hope they do it with the First Order, because it gives us a dynamic look at both sides. Why?
I hope the First Order stays this dark. I want to see...
No, I didn't say that. No, I never said that. I never said that.
I do not...
Okay.
Humanizing the First Order is going to take the edge of it.
I know, but I'm not saying don't let them slaughter people anymore. But give us the justification. Give us context.
Give us the reason why behind it.
Yes, I just want humanizing. Doesn't mean I sympathize with the First Order. I understand why they blew up those planets. No. Context is everything when it comes to prose and media and character development. I want context. I don't want just a big bad because they're bad. I want to say they're bad because maybe the rebels hunt them down and kill some of their people, and that made them even harder. I want context.
I think once we get the Phasma book, I think we're going to see a little bit more.
I cannot wait for the Phasma book and the Phasma comic, and I'm going to be all about that. Okay, and then Vibe Won't Heat comics.
So as we move forward there, I know we're talking about different changes. This week we lost a very important guy, Harou Nakajima. He's the actor who played Godzilla.
Wait, there was an actor who played Godzilla? That's some hot breath. Why don't you just play the clip from his laptop? You guys don't see it. Not even if you're watching this, you can see it.
So,
Did he fight Bryan Cranston in that video?
Nakajima, the actor who stumped in the rubber suit to portray the original 1954 Godzilla, helped to make the Japanese monster an iconic symbol of the nuclear era, has died at age 88 from pneumonia. Here we go again. A very important character in our society.
It just means we're getting old.
But no, hold on. No. And this is what I was talking about before. We were talking about X-Men.
Okay.
During a nuclear era.
Okay.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, a character is evolved from that. Godzilla. So, and now Godzilla is an important character of our
generation, of our culture.
Culture, yes, is a iconic character.
Very iconic. And it's not an American character. Can you believe it?
It's not. It's a Japanese character. So, our condolences go out to the Nakajima family. I didn't know that the actor was still alive because we were just so old.
You know what's so funny about it? I didn't even know that there was one actor that played the original Godzilla. I thought, it's a rubber suit. I just figured they threw anybody in there. You know, I didn't know they did it like Darth Vader, where there was one person who was under the mask doing it. It's very amazing. But then this brings up the same topic we had before, which was that these iconic celebrities, these iconic geek staple people, we're losing them, and at a very fast rate. So you know, I'm getting a little concerned now that we're gonna run out of our childhood icons.
Wait, you had a childhood?
I had a childhood, okay, because I watched X-Men.
Iconic characters. Deadpool 2
is not an iconic. I'm sorry. That's a horrible transition.
Characters for Cable and Domino have been announced. They look wonderful.
I don't like Josh Brolin as Cable.
I freaking love
I'm against it. I'm against it. I wanted Papa Dragon from what's it called? From Avatar. He wanted it. He petitioned it. He was Cable. His audition is an Avatar. I would like to know, what did Josh Brolin do? What was so good about his performance? Because I don't like him.
I like but I'm not talking about you don't like Josh Brolin's character, but that's
the way he looks, the concept art. Yes,
that's not concept art.
That's not concept.
That's the actual costume.
You know, I always get caught in the podcast looking at these pictures, thinking it's concept art, and Juancho's always like, "That's not concept art. That's the real thing."
That's wonderful.
It does look good.
Look at Domino.
He looks. You know what he reminds me of? He looks like he's straight from Terminator.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He looks like a Resistance
fighter. I don't know
Terminator.
Domino that much, but she looks hot.
Domino was in a. They made a movie about Domino, and it was with Keira Knightley. But Domino's predominantly a Caucasian female, and so people are kind of annoyed that she's not Caucasian. How do you feel about that?
Get over it, guys.
You know what I find funny about the geek people? When it's whitewashing, we're upset. When we're changing the ethnicity because based upon the character, we're upset. So, like, what exactly... And I love the geek culture to just, chime in with us. What do you guys really want? You want us to stay true to it, fine. But what if it's all about... When it comes to translating comic books into a different media, it's about what the narrative needs. And if this person is the character, embodies the character, why can't we accept the change or the adaptation as it is?
Yep.
And that's what I'm asking our geek culture.
And we're going to actually... There's two topics that I'm going to be discussing next week with you is the adaptation of characters into a different medium or a way the director sees the character.
Okay.
Versus the original character created in a comic book.
So you're asking whether or not...
And a book.
You're asking whether or not a director or whoever's interpreting it needs to be held bound by the source material. That's what you're asking.
Exactly, and we're going to discuss it next week because it's going to be a great.
This is like a third topic that Juancho brings up that I really want to get into. He's like, next week.
Exactly. I'm sorry about that. Cause,
third topic. Tune in next week for the better topic. Let me stop.
We're going to play a little clip for him.
To get going or we're going to be late.
Rick and Morty, episode 3.
What? Why would you do... Look, we're running late. We have to go.
Where are you guys going?
We have an appointment downtown that was set a week ago and agreed upon by everyone, including you.
Oh my God, Beth. Oh, It totally slipped my mind. Jeez, oh man.
Pickle Rick!
Why didn't you find a clip where he said I'm Pickle Rick?
Wait, well, let me find a
No,
pickle
it's too late now. It's too late now. You ruined it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you ruined it. You should have picked. I'm Pickle Rick. You know, that's what you should have done. Is it? Is this it?
Turn myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle. What do you think about that? I turned myself into a pickle.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick!
Freaking love Pickle Rick. This had to be the most violent, more gruesome cartoon
I would like to say,
episode that
before
I've
we
ever seen.
I want to say, before we even get into this, I'd like to say that this episode was way better than episode 2. Not as good as episode 1. But remember, if you listened to us last week, I was very disappointed in episode 2. This brought me back. I was loving it. So I just want you guys to know that I'm back in.
Freaking Pickle Rick went ham on those poor rats.
Well, before we get into that, review the episode. How did you like it?
I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. What an episode from the beginning to the end was funny.
I give it a 4 out of 5 because episode 1 was a 5 out of 5. I'm sorry, you cannot go beyond episode 1. Episode 1 matched the intensity of the season finale of episode 2. Season 2.
Now, the way that episode 2 was handling the divorce with the children, episode 3 was showing you how Rick is handling it.
Well, I don't know if he was handling the divorce or he's handling he was avoiding. He was avoiding dealing with the problem to begin with. I mean, it's like he felt it was beneath him.
That's what I mean.
Or avoiding his role in causing it. He's avoiding his responsibility. I don't think he gives two craps about the divorce, but he knows he still has a conscience.
We didn't see Jerry in this episode
At all.
So it was Loser. So Pickle Rick was amazing. Ruthless, didn't care about it. I love the scene with the rats. God damn, man.
Pickle Rick massacre. Okay, I mean, damn near like oh my god, he ripped them apart.
He ripped a ribcage out of one and stuck it in the other guy's head.
I mean, basically I don't know if you guys watched it. Spoiler alert. Rick, in an attempt to avoid counseling, turns into a pickle, and he had a contraption to set up where after they left, a needle was going to stab him and he was going to be back to normal. Well, Beth clipped it, took it away, and he had to figure it out for himself. He ended up, the cat came, rolled him off, he fell into the driveway, which he fell into the drain, and then he had to I don't know how he did this, but slowly but surely, he had to,
Let's explain that scene. Because you were like, oh my god,
listen,
god.
I knew this episode was going to be wrecked when I saw he bit the head, or he was biting the head of a roach
to break it.
To break its head, so he can take it, so he can
use his brain.
So he can use his brain to move. When I saw that, I cringed. I said, "Oh my god!
So much."
I was like,
didn't that make you nervous? Like, didn't it make you like what the hell?
I was like, what is going on? He broke the neck of a roach. Got on top of it, ripped open its head, and used his brain to move. And slowly but surely, as he killed more
roaches,
and as he killed more creatures underneath the in the sewer, he built himself a suit that he plugged into his pickle head. What? I can't believe I'm saying this. You know, like, just trying to explain it just sounds ridiculous.
And then when after that, fighting the big rats, going up the thing, he goes into like this embassy type of
like some kind of like secret embassy area.
And then he meets Jaguar.
Yes.
A new anti-hero.
Yes.
So I don't know what that was.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
A new anti-hero. He desecrates, like, he destroys that facility.
He said he desecrates that.
Yes, he did.
He defecates something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he did. He had his little. I'm sure you saw it in the trailer. He had his.
Pickle Rick had no freaking mercy.
No, he had no mercy. I think that's.
How the hell did he get the laser from a printer machine?
Exactly.
And batteries.
And batteries, and he used it looked like he used a GoPro, and he modified a GoPro to do like some kind of Cyclops laser. It was an amazing episode, and I'm all about Pickle Rick. I hope he brings him back.
Pickle Rick!
I hope we get like a tiny Rick.
Get a tiny Rick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah! That's exactly where I was going. Give me like a tiny Pickle Rick. It's amazing episode. Absolutely.
I can't wait for next week's.
I didn't see what happened next. What's happening next week
with the superhero?
Oh, the Council of something is like a spoof on the Justice League or Avengers. That should be interesting. I'm interested.
I'm excited. Pickle Rick was amazing. As well as Power Rangers.
Okay, I'd love to get into this. So I watched Power Rangers with the Offspring yesterday. I wanted to see it in the theaters, but I never got a chance to see it. I said, you know what, let's just watch it. I made some, I don't know if you saw the pictures, I made a Krispy Kreme,
Did you get diarrhea
double
from it?
bacon cheeseburgers,
You
which
get
I got
diarrhea
it from it. And you know what's so funny about that, though, is that in Power Rangers, Krispy Kreme is a huge MacGuffin.
Yeah.
So I thought, and I swear to God, I didn't do this on purpose. It was just something that my
I
Theo
was
star.
praying that you get diarrhea from
No, I
it.
didn't actually. I had one. The boys had others.
Was it
and
amazing like
it
they
was,
say on
it
Facebook?
was freaking delicious.
It's like,
It was
did
delicious.
you get diabetes from it?
My heart was beating really fast, but so other than that, it was very good. But I watched Power Rangers and I absolutely loved it. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it, how much how they redid the source material from the original show.
I enjoyed it. I really did. I really enjoyed the thing, and I loved Brian
Cranston, yes,
Cranston,
as Zordon,
as Zordon,
as you know, he wasn't a wimpy Zordon. He
No.
was more of a hard nosed, like, listen, man, you do what you gotta do. You know, get your ish together. I was like, wait a minute now. They reimagined Zordon. Zordon has some spunk.
I didn't like Alpha. Alpha looked like I hated Alpha.
You didn't like the design?
No.
It was okay. You know what grew on me? Bill Hader as Alpha. I originally did not like his voice. I didn't like it in the trailer.
What I didn't like about the whole movie?
What?
The golden guy. I forgot his name.
Goldar?
I love Goldar the way he was originally. I hate the way they portrayed him in this.
You know, Goldar was a sidekick, and this time
But
he was
like a funny sidekick, just like Cisco is, which I can't stand. But that's another topic.
He wasn't a funny sidekick per se. He was one of her minions, and in this one, she made Goldar like the guy. And I love how they kept on saying Zeo Crystal. Now, it's obvious. Power Rangers Zeo. If there's a sequel, I really hope there is. It's gonna be Power Rangers Zeo versus the Green Ranger. I liked how they gave
Wasn't
Rita.
she the Green Ranger?
She was with Zordon's team, and that's what I'm saying. I liked the backstory. They made Zordon the original Red Ranger.
The Green Ranger originally was a bad ranger.
Right, he
and
was
then turned good.
created by Rita, turned good, and then Rita stole the power back in the original series.
Did you like the cameos of Pink Ranger and the Red Ranger at the end when they were taking the pictures?
Yes and no. I saw the deleted scene where there was a scene where the two females, the Yellow Ranger and the Pink Ranger, were playing around with in a restaurant, and when he turned around, it cuts. But in the scene, when he turned around, you saw it was Tommy and Kimberly from the original show, and Tommy had longer hair. And this cameo that they showed him, he had short hair, and they were just taking pictures. I liked the other one better than this version. You didn't see that deleted scene? I did. I saw it online way before I even watched Power Rangers. I liked how they portray these characters. I liked that they showed the parents because it was something you never saw in any Power Rangers. I liked that
they had parents.
It was you know what it was like. You know what it was like. It was like Chronicle meets Power Rangers.
Yep.
I liked it a lot because they had to bond together. I believe that they got to like each other even though they didn't like each other originally.
And I like the way that center Cosgrove, what is it called? The Mangrove, the Angel Grove Community Center. I thought it was. It's like it's where people hang. It's actually a school, right?
Yeah.
Where for those who don't do good in summer, so
exactly.
they end up going there. So it was quite interesting seeing these characters unite. The Yellow Ranger is going to be playing Jasmine.
She's beautiful. So yes, absolutely. Yes, I agree. I concur.
4 out of 5.
But before you get into that, though, how do you like the backstory of Zordon and Rita? Now, the original show,
I really liked it because it was completely different take on it.
Exactly. I liked that Zordon was the original Red Ranger. That she got corrupted by power, and that she killed all the other Rangers, and basically saying that Zordon had Alpha pull down the comic book, comet, which wiped out the dinosaurs. And I liked it. They gave a little backstory because I don't think we ever knew why exactly. And this one they said because that Alpha
took his Power Rangers movie that he looked like a little.
But we still don't know why he was in there though.
Exactly.
So in this one, he dies. Rita gets thrown into the ocean. But and Alpha says, "I pulled your consciousness and I put you into the ship." I don't like. No, I never got how if you pull his consciousness into the ship, not his body, his consciousness. They said when you got the Zeo Crystal, when the Rangers were able to morph, he was able to come through. But how? With what body? If it was only his consciousness in the computer. In the end, he gives it up and he gives the power to because spoiler alert, Billy dies, which I found that to be really weird because
that was a weird death.
That was a weird death because what he fell into the ocean
and drowned.
Drowned. I mean, they were able to do that much longer than he was under there. So I don't know. Maybe they did something else. I have to rewatch it, but. Soran gives up his ability to return and resurrects Billy, and it was just fun, good time. You know, it was like basically it was like Power Rangers the first movie when the Zords came out, but better.
Yep.
You know, it was more fun. It was hilarious. I enjoyed it. I really, really hope that they make a sequel. It deserves a sequel. It was a good starting point for a good reimagining of Power Rangers.
It's a good movie.
So
I enjoyed it.
So I give it a 4.5. It wasn't a perfect movie,
No,
but
it wasn't perfect. But
I
was
was
good.
surprised.
I actually enjoyed it. I said in my bed, I'm like, holy crap! Vibe's gonna give me help for liking this movie.
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I always knew that there's something in there. The trailer looked good. I was like, you know what? This isn't gonna be one of those where the trailer looks good, Valerian. And it would be a bad movie. So I liked it.
Yep.
And that's all I have to say about that. So I'd like to say thank you all for tuning in to episode 11 of Keeping Up with the Geek Bros podcast. I'm Vibe.
I'm Juancho.
Don't forget to check us out at weebiegeekspc.com or iTunes or Google Play or
Stitcher.
Juancho has stepped our game up. We're on Stitcher as well. Don't forget that the video recap is next week on our YouTube channel. And by all means, follow us on what are you doing?
You'll see.
Okay, follow us on Facebook. Sorry, Juancho threw me off. Facebook, which is facebook.com/geekbros. That's with a 0, GEEKBR0S. Also, that's the same thing for Instagram and for Twitter. If you want more Vibe Studios content, it's viberevstudios.com or facebook.com/viberevstudios. That's VIBEREVSTUDIOS. All content's related. We do more than just Geek Bros stuff, even though Geek Bros is dominating my entertainment lineup. Juancho, final thoughts?
So much anger. Enjoy the podcast, guys. Stay tuned for more. We will be posting a lot more good topics next week.
Yes, this is all about next week. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we appreciate you always.
And remember, guys, I love you.
Thanks for tuning in to Geek Bros Video Recap, episode 11. I don't know about him. I love the drink. I finished it. See? Finished it. Made my nose run. That's all I can say. But stay tuned for more. Don't forget, WeBeGeeksPC.com, Viberev Studios at Yahoo, at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're everywhere you want to be. Okay.
Everywhere.
Don't forget, we still have a contest running. It's been running for like what? 4?
When did they post this episode? We've already had 2 downloads. Good job, guys. Keep listening.
I don't know what he's talking about. He's reviewing. We're not even done yet, and he's reviewing our stats. Thank you again, and keep watching, keep supporting us, because we appreciate you, Geek Bros.
Geek Bros. Stay tuned for more.
He loves you all.
I love you all.
Keeping up with the Geek Bros.